bring us all up to speed for a little bit of inspiration.
I could take a swing at that.
Sure.
We opened our session with spotting the incoming ship, which had our friends upon it, and after a, l- a lot of feet dragging and a bit of lying, we did end up telling Baracus and Beck and Rael about the Athinlanora in Finlanora. Haha. um, uh, and that we were going to very likely need Rael's help trying to acquire it diplomatically. Um, we also talked to them a little bit about some of the stuff we had learned inside the Dread Lookout. Uh, I think, and eventually we're fully transparent with them. Um, we learned that the Ithildanora very likely is within a sacred and forbidden temple to Saloon in Finlanora, and so we have gone back to Bastion to prepare to travel that way, and our prep mostly consisted of like some very light supply shopping, and Zal buying a house. Um,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, which I'd forgotten until like uh later today. I was like, "Oh my god, he actually bought a house." That's right.
yeah,
I think it was
and
it was
and
I
then
think it
left
was
it
the
unlocked.
yeah, it was Adam's his journal video, the starter home. I was like, "Oh my god, someone did buy a house." That's right.
um, and I had done a little bit of research into like Salunite ritual and practice to kind of like prepare for meeting with the high elder of the community, who is only 2 steps removed from Rael's like position of power. Um, as we found out. Uh, but I don't recall of anything else like Therm got to do a little bit of a wizard swap with Baracus, but that was limited toward by time and resources. Um, but I think that's basically where we wrapped up.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. Go and take some inspiration. um Yeah, and Ryle doesn't have like diplomatic power. He's just like the son of someone important, right?
Yeah, the son of the second most important person in Finland.
Yeah. He's the son of the
Well,
right
that
hand
sounds pretty
man.
important to me.
Yes, it's. I mean, it's up there for sure. You know, he himself does not hold office.
The other
Yeah.
logistical consideration is that Baracus pointed out that the relations between the Arcanium and the elves of Finlanora are sketchy. So he did not know if his or Fettelwork's presence at the negotiations would actually be all that helpful, or might
Yeah,
actually be a hindrance.
Which
yeah.
is fine, because the last thing we want is for them to die on the road to something
Yeah.
bursting out of the streets and coming after us. So
Nah, they'd be fine. I'm sure of it.
Look,
I'm-
Baracus has had some close calls, is all
He's
I'm
had some
saying.
close. They've all had some close calls. I think. I think Featherworks. He probably has put himself in danger more than anyone else. um. Yeah. The definitely the relationship is tenuous, as the Arcanium, is want to push for more research, access to more older parts of their city, and these are like sacred lands to them and all that. So
Oh, we also learned about the Moon Festival in 210
yeah, in 210 day, it is currently the 15th of Flame Rule, and in roughly 210 it will become the summer holiday of midsummer, which is 1 day, and that's the next full moon. Cool. Very good. Okay, we ended where everybody had their long rest. The morning came. Firm and everyone over at the Arcanium would have come over as they were meant to meet with you to see like what the next steps and everything are going to be, and also so Rael could help answer any questions you may have. So that morning of the 15th, Firm and company arrive at Rainier's place.
All right. Do we have any other sort of preparations we need to be making before we head out east? I mean, we can. The horses we bought are back in Morass, but we could buy another cart and wagon if we wanted to, or we could just hoof it. I don't think we're. I think we'd be fine to do that.
Why would we not buy horses in a cart or a carriage?
Save money, and the horses, if they are killed on the road by, well, any number of things that are on the road, then we have a whole lot of stuff we have to figure out how to cart around. Potentially.
Why would we be loading extra things up just because we have a carriage? I thought the whole
Well,
purpose would be to go a little faster and in a little more comfortable traveling arrangement.
excellent point. We just did pick up a death kiss the last time we had a cart. That's my only thought.
It's not that bad. It was pretty chill.
Now
You
I
and I
can't
have
tell if
different
you're
definitions of chill.
right. I can't tell if you're making a joke or you have editorialized what actually happened in your own mind.
He was gonna be a pet. They didn't let him.
There was no circumstance under which he was going to be a pet.
He just wanted a little bit of blood. That was fine by me.
You hear Beck speak up and say, "Oh, a pet. I thought you all were just like kissing each other a lot."
No, it's some horrible monstrosity born of a dream, which is alliterative, I guess, but also technically accurate.
Wasn't a monstrosity to me. Thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, so you're the one that was kissing it.
Tried.
Can we get you like a bird or something? Would that help?
No.
I'm pretty sure we could go find a bird here.
No, it's
Like
not
a-
the same. I don't want to go buy
like a-
one. You have to
like a
find
parrot?
one.
Okay, you want to be on the lookout for wild animals to befriend that aren't horrible monsters.
He was just misunderstood. I spoke his language.
I'm gonna go buy some horses.
Oh, it's exciting. I haven't been on the road in, uh, uh, well, I suppose like 100 or 200 years or so.
God. He said he hasn't been out for like 100, 200 years?
Are you and Baracus accompanying us? Or?
Oh, well, I thought so, but he looks at Baracus. Well, now I don't really know actually. Baracus speaks up and says, Well, I think that we're here to just advise, if able. I mean, we're happy to accompany you if you would like. I think Rael's the main point here, it would seem, as far as connections that can be made there. Um, I would feel. I mean, obviously, I trust that you'd be able to take care of him. I suppose that it's up to you whether you would like us to join you or not. We obviously have plenty of things to keep us busy here.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much like a kicked puppy does Beck look like right now?
um, maybe like a 6, right? He's a little, like he's a bit disappointed, but is also like, well, I do, I do have these plans for making new golems. So.
New arms.
Yeah, new arms.
I
I'll
don't know.
kind
I
of
mean,
shrug to everybody.
I feel like there are still other things out there in the world that could pose problems, and it might be a good idea if we had some allies left in town.
Bragas nods and says, "That's very true. From everything you've told us and what's been happening recently, you're right. There are many things going around. We'll
If there
stay
were,
here and do our best to keep Bastion safe. If there's anything important, be sure to let us know."
Certainly. And you do the same. Wonderful. Shall we get some horses and be on our way?
We're going on a trip.
Ryle, do you have any special requests for the road or anything?
No. I have my um I have my own horse that's stabled. I mean, it's stabled at the Arcanium. If you guys like, I can. Uh, well, I suppose I should need to look at the world map, and yeah, either way, you would have to. Like crossing over to the Arcanium would be the fastest exit point out of the city, going west. um, so he says, I can meet you at the. Sorry, going east. I know how directions work. He says I can meet you at the eastern gate. Once you're finished everything you're doing.
Should be fine, I guess.
Okay. Beck and Baracus and Rael, they leave you to whatever preparations that you need, and they will meet you. Rael will meet you at the eastern gate on the other side of the river, so you can leave whenever you are ready to. There's talk of purchasing horses. Is there any other preparations people want to make or do?
Let
Uh,
me see.
how long could we expect to be on the road from here?
um, Horse travel. Right? We have one,
Just
two,
calculating
yeah,
horse food.
for like 4.5 days of uninterrupted travel. Um, but if you choose to do anything or anything happens along the way, it might be a little bit longer.
Okay.
things happen along the way? Never.
I mean, you guys have been pretty lucky about avoiding most things.
I'm gonna restock on incense and divination materials. Just
Sure.
75 gold worth.
Sure.
Well, we did get all of the potions. Did we get those handed out?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, everybody could have whatever potions they purchased from previous sessions. If you're looking for right, okay, so you can get draft horses for 50 gold, or a nice riding horse for 75, or
I
war
also looked up.
horse.
I looked up our previous calculation, and our double XL wide carriage was 150. So,
Should be about right.
so I've got a good, 250 plus like 5 gold worth of rations will easily carry us. Gotta think of new horse names now.
Yeah. Okay, carriage, big cart, selected. What is it? Did we determine it was at 2 horses minimum, or was it 4 horses?
We did 2
2. Okay,
last time. Yeah.
Did we
that's
get
what
one
I
with
thought.
a padded seat this time?
Wasn't one named Whiskey?
Yeah, cinnamon and whiskey were our last 2 horses. I can get undercarriage lights for an additional 75 gold. If
I mean,
that.
how swanky? Can we get some pillows and
I mean, you can get swanky. It just costs a little more. You can
Yeah,
get
we
swanky.
have 200
Rainier.
platinum just in group loot.
The undercarriage protection, it's always a scam. Never go for it.
Yeah, the last thing I want to be doing is being seen at night. Like, it wasn't really on the high priority.
You really want to skip on that undercoating? I'm telling you, your axle is going to rot away in a few days. I'm telling you.
I am
Go over
so
some-
much older than you think I am.
All right,
What
your
sort of
funeral,
piece
buddy.
of shit carriage are you selling that the axle's going to rot out in like 3 days?
Well, you might be going to, into some rivers and streams. I don't know what it is you're going to do out there.
I'm sorry.
just saying.
Can we see the sticker price on this one? The blue book value.
The Kelly Blue.
Do you want a fancy covered cart, or the just the open one that you guys are being pulled
I mean,
by?
a covered cart would kind of rule. So we don't get fucking rained on. Just
Yeah.
sit in a puddle.
Yeah, cool. That's another 25. I'll get you some little pillows and cushions. Put on. Nice little cover on it.
Did they just lay a tarp over the top of it and pin it down on either side?
Yeah. You see, they nail a few wood posts and
Uh-huh.
put a cover on it. Yeah, there you go.
That's okay. That's a good horse name.
Thank you. Thank you. I found my calling, apparently, and it's in the folk hero background.
Okay. Horses acquired. Carriage acquired. Any other preps people want to do?
I was checking. I didn't see the store is updated, so if it's not, then no.
The store's not updated. It's been 1 day. it's been 1 day in game. The store is not updated.
You're right. However,
Like we can buy some of that elf merchant stuff. Just put pointy ears on this merchant alliance guy.
Okay. let's say it takes like an hour just to get everything together, so it puts you a little past noon. There's cargo vessels that run across the river. Again, you are known in the city. You are the heroes of Bastion. They do not charge you to move across. And you're able to meet Rael, who is just kind of standing there, like keeping his horse, calm. He's talking to it in the way that people who own horses and are comfortable around them talk to it, but it doesn't seem like the horse. They're not having an actual conversation with each other or anything. Baracus and Fettlework are there, but they seem to be just there to see you guys off. You all meet up, gather your things. Baracus and Fettlework wish you well and good luck. You pass through the eastern gates of Bastion, making your way along the old road towards the bridge that will eventually lead you to the ruins of Finlanora. We are here. Cool. Let's see. There's only a few days of travel here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ember, can you roll a d6 to determine who will roll to find out what happens today?
Scary.
Okay. That's Cal going down the player list here.
Listening.
Cal, give me a d12 roll, please. A 1. Okay,
Nailed
very
it.
good. Man, I mean, certainly
mhm.
did. Cool. No, there are no ghouls in the dark or day or anything like that. Your travel this day is unaccosted, relatively uneventful. Is there anything anybody wishes to do on this first day of travel?
I don't think I have any scrolls. I don't have any scrolls. No.
I think I'm gonna pry with Zal a little bit. Um, and and probably while driving, because I just picture him sitting next to me while I'm driving, because I think that's what we did last time.
Mhm.
Um, uh, you're from Karakara. Do you have family there that you're gonna be seeing later?
Um, I, my call it a family friend should be alive again, and that will be nice. Rest of the family was dead a while ago.
Well, I'm sorry to hear.
He shrugs. It's one of those things. That people die.
Heard. How long ago?
He looks up. You can see him muttering. He's like, oh, 7 and 12 years. That is.
How old that put you?
He, he smiles, says, about 38.
Sickness or travel?
One from sickness and one from sickness.
Same or
One was uh, better suited for a life in the city, and that happens to be the one that died first.
that's unfortunate.
Other one, I mean, I don't think you can rightly die of drinking too much alcohol, but maybe if you do it long enough, you just get sick enough that you sort of stop.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
He shrugs. He glances over his left shoulder and like leans in and goes, honestly, pretty good for bandits.
This friend of yours in Karakara, are they who taught you your mask trick?
Oh, no, that was a dream.
That's weirder. You-
It is weirder, yeah. My family friend is the one who owns the inn that I suppose was my birthright and is probably at the bottom of a hole.
What was the name of the inn, by chance?
He like visibly cringes. It was the bugbear smile. Puts his like hand in his face.
I don't think that that Rainier can keep a straight face.
They truly were not cut out to be patrons of, well, proprietors of anything. But they tried.
Sounds charming. Sorry that it's well, we never know. There might be
Oh,
something
it was
left of it.
no, it was at the bottom.
All
I,
right.
I checked roughly where I remember it being, and there isn't so much a city there as there is the edge of a hole.
I'm quite sorry to hear that.
I don't know if you've been back to Karakara, but it's not good.
No. This is a dream you had. Now, you said a little bit ago that you saw nothing when you died, but
Right.
you have received the masks in a dream.
I received something like the masks. It was well, I've put together since then. Probably what I'm seeing is something that happened long time ago. Don't know how long. But I saw people up on stage doing a performance, right? And instead of magic making themselves look a certain way, they put on these masks made of light that did the work for them.
Made of
They
light.
didn't need to cast the spells.
The masks did it for them, or
The uh, as far as I can tell, I mean, they didn't do any kind of arcane anything. They put on a mask and they assumed a different. It wasn't. It's not. He holds up one of his masks. It's not like this. Better, but it changed the voice. I think it changed the size.
did you make that?
Oh, this? Yes, I did. He's holding up the Archmage mask.
Just from what you saw in a dream.
I was already somewhat proficient in manipulating, I guess, the weave. I worked on this for a bit. Most of it was done on the road, but I've put together that dream probably corresponds to whenever you made the giant crystal come out of a hole in the ground.
So the mask didn't do nothing until the monolith rose.
Well, I didn't have the dream until the monolith rose. Then I set about making the mask, and it took a bit for me to get them working.
That's what you meant. When we first met, you asked about dreams.
Well, I've since seen some things and experienced some stuff what concerns the technology of the ancients. Contextually, I can understand what I was seeing, but mostly what I've made here is parlor tricks.
But fashioned after ancient arcana.
I wouldn't. What I saw was way far more than this. As I said, this is parlor tricks. I could use magic to make myself look however I want, but it was more than a performance.
That's very interesting. And strange.
He leans in again and holds up the full mask because won't try it on.
Will it do to me what it does to you?
Nope. I mean, if you, well, we'll see. I guess if you really get into it, you can try, but it's sort of a state of mind.
Let's see.
It doesn't do shit.
yeah,
It's- It's just a mask.
yeah. It's made of wood, right?
Yeah, it's made of wood. And from the inside, it just looks like an actual mask, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Zal is wearing a mask at all times, though his voice is not muffled by it.
Mm-hmm. His voice isn't muffled by it. Are they invisible when he wears them?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. He's done a trick before he just runs his hand over them and they go invisible. He does it like when he switches, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll turn the mask over a couple times and look at it after he's put it on and hand it back. Not much one for craftsmanship, but I mean it certainly fucking does the trick. Whatever trick that is.
Look, honestly, I'm not a fucking woodworker. Like I look at these hands. Holds up his bardly hands.
I mean,
I don't
like I
got
said, it does the trick.
completely different calluses for this.
I mean, if you're interested, I can teach you leather working, but that's entirely different. Might make them lighter if you wanted it, but
Oh, but they'd smell, wouldn't they? I have to put
not
my
with
face up against leather all day, every day.
I mean, what's that to sweating in wood?
I think the fur does a good job of wicking it.
I will take your word for that. Yeah, I think that pitters out from there.
Okay. Anything else anybody would like to do or achieve on this day? Okay. uh, the day goes by uneventfully, calmly. It's a good sign. First day of travel. Not even rain clouds to ruin your journey so far. But as the sky is so clear, there remains a constant blemish, a smudge mark of ash or charcoal where it shouldn't be. Something approaching. The day turns to night. You find a nice little place to make camp for the evening. The stars come out. The moon is fading. It's almost completely gone. And everyone has a successful long rest. Ah, okay. Rael getting temp HP. Cool.
I'm gonna keep it on him.
instead of Ragnarok.
Instead of Ragnarok, who could generate his own sometimes, and also is fucking like 3 of me in health.
Yeah. Ragnarok has 3 times Rael's health. Yeah, for sure.
I was muted, but I said, what?
Like, I love you, Ragnarok. Without you, we'd fall. But the boy over here is made of paper.
He
not
is.
We can't let him die. That
he
would
is.
be.
He's
I'm
he's
not
our
protecting
he's our
Doll anymore.
VIP.
You are correct in that he is not.
Look,
super
if you don't know, I'm not putting it on you. You wouldn't know better.
And randomly, Ragnarok is no longer Zal's shield.
Have a good day, my friend. Just another lovely day out on the
Nat
road.
20 this.
Actively
Oh, that is the
deceiving.
3.
Yeah.
Don't
Ragnarok,
you
I
feel
mean,
it? Flex,
in a
my
good
friend.
mood.
Don't you feel the tingle?
Yeah. You feel it. You definitely feel it, Ragnarok. Amazing. Okay, cool. Cool. You guys get up, begin travel again on this new day, the 16th of Flame Rule. Can I get Ted to roll another d6 to see? Ooh, okay. Roll one more time. Since Cal already rolled. Okay, cool. Firm, if you can roll a d12 just to determine if anything happens on this day.
I have to always count these out because I don't know. I don't know the visual sign for what dice is what.
Yeah, they can be a
It
little.
will come, young Padawan.
Yeah, they can be a little tricky, especially like when you're looking at like the symbols at the bottom. Some
Yeah.
of them, yeah, they look a little wonk. But if you do hover your mouse, it does tell you.
I know. That's why I was taking me so long. I'll send them one by one.
Yeah. Cool. A 3 is also quite safe from random occurrences. You do find, however, on this day, as you are moving along, even early in the morning, you're noticing, there's always, like, you're around the city, there's still traffic on the road of people coming and going, but today you're noticing there's more people heading inward towards the city, but you're seeing what is a unfortunately almost familiar kind of sign where people like have carts loaded with what looks to be like their homes or things that they own on them. You see a few people being like uh, helped along that are obviously injured and bandaged. You even see people that are uh, dressed in armor and armed, similar to yourselves, but not to the same degree. Likely those that are involved in the Slayer's stronghold, that are also similarly like covered in dirt and muck, or there's some of them actively blood, some actively injured, all heading towards the city. A much more noticeable group. Again, your day continues onward. About, let's say, about mid-afternoon or so, you come to a section on the old road where you see there is um, a like 2 carts have been backed up to one another to create a actual blockade on the road. There are probably about maybe only a handful of militia members here. They are currently in conversation with some people that, again, kind of looked a little like you all, dressed and armored. There are some common folk as well. And you just see this, up ahead of you by, several hundred feet.
Is it looking aggressive at all? Like high tension?
I mean, from this far, I mean, you'd have to like fully approach to be able to like overhear and really see. From several hundred feet away, it just looks like a clump of people.
Okay. We might be stalled here in a few minutes. But we can't really off-road, so continue approach.
Okay. You make your approach close enough to where you feel comfortable, where you can see more clearly what it is that's happening here. Um, do you get close enough to overhear them, or do you stop and then get off the cart and walk and like what is it they like? What are you doing? How are you approaching this blockade?
I think I'd just keep us all in wagon and get as close as they permit.
Okay, cool. Once you come to roughly like 40-50 feet, you see some of them like a militia member like take a few steps towards you and raise a hand indicating like, hey, whoa, 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 whoa. You stop. Two of them make their way over towards you all, and they say, this section of the old roads closed off, too dangerous to pass through and travel.
By what means is it too dangerous for travel?
Well, there's been a crazy to say it, but a horde of undead have been breaking through towns one after another, and further on than this, you'll run into them. So we're just making everyone turn around. You're welcome to find an alternative route if you like, but you can't go any further than this.
I look behind us at the cart, like behind me at everyone in the cart, and then I look forward and I say, if I were to be obstinate, would you let me pass, or is there going to be a threat of force?
Well, look, I mean, we're not here to force anybody. I mean, we're here to keep you safe. I mean, if you want to go through, you're welcome to, but I mean, you're asking for, I mean, that's a death sentence, right? I mean,
I do appreciate your warning, and I'll pull out my talisman.
they look it over and look back up at you and look at the others, hands it back to you and says, look, there have been others, armed that have tried to go through. All right, half the militia that was assigned to Smallhearth has been demolished by what's happening out there. Look, if you want to take your chances, you're welcome to, but we won't be able to help you.
I'll look at everyone behind me for their input.
Ragnarok will just nod his head.
I'm pretty confident we got it.
Is there another way?
I mean, you can try any of the old forest trails if you like. I don't know how good the cart's going to be out that way. Once you hit the river, though, I don't know what you'll do then. The only bridge is on ahead. Other than that, I mean, you got to cut north towards Karakara, and well, not too many people go up that way anymore.
Well, that answers that then.
Cal,
we
you have a
wanna-
thought?
Well, I don't see that we really have any other option, do we? We can't go all the way up to Karakar. How far does this disturbance carry? How wide a swath are these undead cutting?
Pretty wide from what I gather. I mean, they're between here and the bridge. It's pretty much a no man's land. I mean, we don't. Once they broke out of Smallhearth, the militia broke and ran. That was left. We don't really know what's going on out there right at the moment. We're just trying to keep folks safe and keep more people from throwing their lives away.
Amber Prime, you got any complaints?
Nope, not at all. We
All right.
can take some of them out while we're on our way. That all the better.
You gentlemen are doing good work. We'll see you on the other side. I'll urge the horses on.
Okay. You see,
Cal
they
will,
kind of.
as we travel on, Cal will stick his head out the window of the coach and just scream, by other side, he means when we're dead!
Oh my god.
You see the militia members kind of like they shake their head, they whistle real loudly, and you see the two carts are pulled aside to allow passage through. As you're making your way through, you see a group of the armed individuals begin kind of shouting at the militia members, saying like, "Okay, they get to go through. For what reason? All right, we're here to try to make some coin and kill some undead. All right, you're not going to take the fire. We're the fire eaters. Okay, let us through too." As you all pass through, you can see behind you the militia let a couple of these groups of mercenaries also follow behind. Although they don't have carts, they are just walking.
I got it.
They haven't gotten as much money as we have.
Amateurs.
Yeah. Precisely.
Bush League.
Judgment.
No, we could all die.
Oh yeah, no. Big damn
Okay.
heroes and all that.
Big damn heroes.
Big damn heroes, sir.
You continue onward, and after like an hour from that checkpoint, you all begin to notice like the overall sounds of nature just begin to dissipate.
Oh.
The insects aren't doing their insect noises, they're not singing their songs, the birds aren't squawking. You're not catching sign of small like small animals. It at first you don't even notice it, then slowly it just feels like something's wrong. You see a group of people up ahead, maybe about 500 feet, just moving alongside the road.
Powerful image. United Colonies, eh?
About 300 feet from them, you see a couple of them stop. About 200 feet, you see a couple of them begin moving in your direction. It's about maybe like a dozen or so total.
What are they?
They just
Undead.
look like people.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, we can't see that they're undead yet, but context clues.
I didn't know if he had specified, and I was like, why are we just watching people walk in circles?
About 100 feet away, very clear these are undead. The way that they move, the jittery motion to them, the slowness of their movements, and then sudden burst of a little like speed, a few feet. They're along the sides of the road, and some are now spilling into the middle of the road. What is it you all would like to do here? You're about 100 feet away. They obviously are aware of you from the sounds of the cart and everything. They're slowly moving in your direction, but you have a lot of space to work with here.
Yeah, do we just start blasting?
I don't know why, but is the cart like is it only a back entrance or is it like a front and a back entrance kind of thing?
Front, back, sides. You know, it's got a tarp on it, so
Oh.
theoretically every 360 degrees is a way in, but easily the front and the back. Although the front is more difficult because of you know, where the driver's seats are and all that kind of shit.
How high off the ground are we?
Man, I don't know.
We're probably like 4 feet off. Like,
yeah, I was
the-
thinking like 3 or 4 feet. I don't
Look,
know.
it's
man.
gonna be important when we fucking Day of the Dead this in a second. You're gonna need to know.
That's true. That's true.
He said, "Why are you asking that? You're in a cart." So yeah. Anyway, I started blasting. Fireball.
Okay. All right. Okay. Roll fireball damage.
Goodbye, trees.
Goodbye,
Trees.
road.
Oh, I didn't.
Goodbye, anyone who may have been 100 feet behind us.
Look, I'm gonna just, I don't know, place this here. It won't let me do it without it.
Okay. Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. 21 damage.
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah. So many ones. Okay.
Let's see here. Deck saves. I'm just gonna roll a few to get a general sense. Oh my. A 1 and then a -1. Excuse another -1. Excuse me. Hey, it's a 10. They can roll good. Okay. Yeah. You obliterate a lot of these zombies. There are 3 that remain that the fireball did not just instantly incinerate. They've been blown off, knocked to the side from the explosion. There is a little bit of a crater in the ground, but with some good handling, you guys will be able to crush right through it. For the sake of this, anybody that wants to can just use some spells or abilities or ammo and just take out the last few of these that the fireball did not.
Ching.
Yeah, so fire bolts, crossbow bolts, magic energy
I missed.
completely takes out the rest of them.
I hit pretty hard with a firebolt. Look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This grouping of undead completely demolished, very easily handled. Give me a whoever's driving. Give me an animal handling check for me. 11. Excellent. You're able to keep the horses from getting too spooked by the explosion here, and able to control them through the little. It's not a giant crater in the ground, but a little bit of road had been disturbed by it. Able to keep them all in line on track. Pass through the smoking corpses, continuing on your way. About an hour passes by, and again, the sounds of nature just are not present here. You see in the farmlands and forest edges, you do see undead from time to time just stumbling their way around. Sometimes it's 1 or 2, sometimes it's 3 or 5. Between you all, should you choose to, you can easily, from your carts with the range of all your abilities, you're able to dispatch of these random undeads that you're seeing.
Ching.
But as you go, just a little bit more often, and then the compass a little bit more often, and then you're seeing it about every 10 or 15 minutes. There's another undead somewhere.
Ooh.
At the end of this hour of passage, you see a sign pointing towards like your journey on the road continues ahead, but there's a sign that shows should you turn left, you will enter into the town of Smallhearth. You see on that turn in the road, there are just corpses on the ground. Not undead moving around, but like just dead people. You recognize that some of them are wearing clothing of the militia, the Bashan militia,
Did you need
mixed in with a few commoners as well.
What was the name of the town on that sign again?
Smallhearth?
Smallhearth.
Yeah, that was the
That's the
town
town
they
from the
mentioned.
contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll just check with everyone to confirm we're still headed to Finland Laura, see if anyone's had a change of heart or change of thought.
Feels like it.
Okay.
Okay. Can everyone make perception checks for
Sure can't. Feel that one.
me?
Hear ya. God damn it.
Me either.
We're doing perception checks,
Please
Ted.
help us, Ted.
Yeah, because ain't
Help
nobody else
us,
out here
Ted.
doing that.
Help us, Ted.
Use your special eyes.
Hell yeah.
Okay. The order comes. You all agree. We need to move on. You pass by the little fork in the road on the turn. You get about 100 feet from that point. Cal and Ember, only the two of you hear this. You can hear someone screaming in the distance coming from that town.
died like any other? At least he will no longer be able to prey on others.
You hear a scream,
I'm unsure that
another, and it cuts short and stops.
death is over. There's no question.
And I clock that Ember's the only other person who's heard this.
Yeah, I'd say you guys probably like both your heads and ears probably pick up, like perk up. You guys probably even catch eyes of like you both have that moment of understanding.
Well, Ember Prime, too callous of me to say that sounds like that problem has resolved itself.
Turn around.
Yes, that's what I thought. A word, everyone. Seems like not everyone in this town has succumbed to the undead, so I think we'll have to make a bit of a detour.
All right.
Ragnarok's ears perk up. Really?
I mean, unless you're willing to drive right past innocents, let them fend for themselves. But
Oh, I was the one who was advocating for this. I'm
Card is
just
already turning.
happy to see the change of heart.
oh, I guess when one drives right through it, it's a little more difficult to say we've got other business to have. Sure hope Rue doesn't get his hands on that key while we're dealing with this.
Rainier, what kind of things should we be looking for here?
Organization. If they're organized, it means there's someone crafting it. If they're just sort of free wandering, it means there's some thing happening in the world that is making them rise. If they're moving together, they're being controlled.
Anything we need to know about getting bit or scratched or anything?
Just don't.
Just don't. Got it.
Okay. The cart turns around. You all head back and take the turn towards the town of Smallhearth. Passing by some of the bodies that you had seen littering the road there, you have to maneuver the cart off-road a little bit to get around them all. Based on their position and movements, I mean, there are like drag marks that are like dragging up the road a bit into the brushlands nearby. Um, you like I said, you see commoners, you see militia members, you also see um, someone that's like their armor is much they're more heavily armored than the other militia members, but are still wearing the colors. That would have been like a captain or sergeant or something. But they're all dead here. Following the road up, about a half hour, not a half hour, and about 15 minutes or so, you begin to come around and see a very small town. Just a few collection of buildings make up Smallhearth here. You can see that some of the buildings, at least two of them, are on fire. Smoke rising. You can hear as you are approaching closer and closer to the city, the little town here. You can see like people moving about in this smoke. What do you guys do? How do you approach?
We should probably leave the horses out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be defenseless, but mm.
Take them into the fray.
Uh, you hear Rael clear his throat and he says, I mean, I can come with you and help, or I can keep the cart safe and the horses safe.
Can you take the horses away from here a ways?
Sure. You want me to go down the road a few hundred feet or so?
Sounds pretty solid.
Sounds reasonable.
Okay. You see he moves to get into the driver's seat here. As he does, he whispers not whispering, but he's saying a few words in Elvish to the horses. Basically just saying, those that can understand Elvish, he's just saying like, okay, be cool, all right? I know we don't know each other that well, but... You all step out of the cart. How would you like to approach the town of Smallhearth here?
I don't think that there's any real reason to try stealthing per se. We can just go towards at least the burning buildings, or rely on Ember and Cal to like direct to how deep in maybe the cries were coming from.
Perhaps this would be an opportunity for me to send KJ in. Could wait out here, let him fly around a bit.
Smart.
Seems appropriate.
Wonderful. I will bring KJ back to this plane. Feel like looking around a bit, stretching your wings?
He'll definitely hear this.
He get the sensation of like KJ flying in the sky.
Wonderful. And I will just reach out and put my hand on whoever's shoulder is closest, and I will narrate whatever I see in a voice that sounds eerily like Sean's.
Okay. Okay. KJ flies up above, sees the small town as from a top-down aerial view, oh, let me. Do this. Okay. And KJ in the description reveals this to you all.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Fuck.
So I win.
It's a bad, big, angry baby.
You see there's several undead milling about the
Oh my
place.
God.
Some zombies, a few ghouls, but you see a very large undead creature. Distended body, bulbous in areas, the stomach just bulging. But its stomach is not whole. Its rib cage is fully exposed, and within the rib cage, crawling around, are more undead. And what's more horrifying, that KJ relays back to you, is there appears to be living people that are attempting to try to like escape out of the rib cage as well. And this thing is going about finding anyone who is still injured and just grabbing them and pulling them and pushing them inside of their rib cage.
Oh. That's lovely.
Now that you have a view of the place, how is it you would like to make your approach? I just set your tokens there so you'd have like sight of the place, but you could make your approach from this would be like where you are would be like from the road, but you can see you can also like swing around, come by a different angle, right? You can split up, you can move about any way that you would like.
We could take this
Oh, you know what? Functioner only lasts an hour, so I'm gonna recast that.
we could take this like southern stretch, and maybe how much of legwork do you think these little cliffies are, Sean?
Right down there, maybe like 10 feet or so in elevation.
Okay. We could theoretically scale that. That would just be effortful and definitely require checks, or we could just cut right through. It's either we cut right through or we have to figure out a way around some little elevation change.
Where are the people that are trapped?
Inside him.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
So,
We should probably
of the
get there as
things,
quick as we can.
yeah, of the things in its rib cage, some of them are undead.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are living people that are trying to get out.
Mm-hmm.
Presumably surrounding this character, there are both undead that are now out roaming the countryside or beginning to roam the countryside, but there are also living creatures, right, that are trying to escape this thing that it is just grabbing and shoving into its ribcage. Is that
Yeah, that's a good assessment of it and kind of what's happening around it.
Got it.
So we start blasting even more.
I'm gonna quick pass out some bardic inspirations. Rainier, Ragnarok, and Cal.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And Firm,
He's
to
not
be
gonna do it.
clear, love when you're in blasting mode. It's delightful. However, there are creatures we're trying to save inside that creature. So
And he's like, got it. Yeah.
right. So like a big fireball in that area, at least initially, might be counterproductive, although it would make our interference here short-lived.
Uh-huh.
Cal, you get like it's like a warning sensation
Mhm.
from KJ.
Mhm.
You get the idea like he wants you to like see through his eyes.
Okay, I'd refocus on that.
Okay. You see someone run out of one of the buildings that this thing is like standing by.
Mhm.
Like their leg is injured. They are like hobbling very quickly. The other zombies are moving too slowly. You see this thing like its eyes glow for a moment, and then like a wave of necrotic energy shoots out around it, and this person just shrivels up and collapses down. From KJ's eyes, he sees like what looks to be a wispy energy like rising off their shriveled body and like get pulled into that rib cage as well.
Okay. Looking through KJ's eyes, can I see how many living creatures are in its ribcage currently?
It's hard to tell because there's a lot of stuff happening inside there.
Yeah.
You're have him make a perception check for me.
Yeah. Sure.
25.
What time? Put that 20.
You know what's funnier than 24?
A 10, maybe 2, maybe more.
Okay.
And with that 10, as he's looking, some of the rib cage, like some of the ribs spread apart, and like a zombie just like spills out onto the ground, gets up and begins milling about.
It's spawning them.
Yeah, it's got a little like cauldron in its chest, just
I know
blemming
nothing
out.
about this stuff. I thought it was just a little hobgoblin thing with just a bigger picture.
All right.
Yeah, it is just a little hobgoblin thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah.
So it is pretty tall. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you guys approach? What would you like to do? You have the initiative here.
Are we splitting up?
Uh,
Well, look, my first inclination, it's not much of a plan, but looks like there's 2 or maybe 3 or maybe 4 people in there, but I think if I get 15, 20 feet closer, I think I can pull 2 of them out of there. They have to let me, but I plan on just screaming, "We're here to help," and then pulling 2 of them out of there, and then but at that point, it's on. Once I do that, any, hope for stealth is over, but it looks like things are actively being turned into undead in there. I don't see that we've got much time.
Hell yeah, Cal.
Okay.
Yeah,
do it.
I will. Let me
I'm
do
gonna
some
be in
notes.
step with him because you're getting closer. I'll be with you.
I will go in front of Cal, shield out.
Yeah. You're welcome to position yourselves where you would like to be. There is, yeah, I was going to say, I was like, there will be a limit depending how close you get to when something will notice you, as you are not stating you're being stealthy or anything like that.
I mean, something's going to notice us right quick because Cal's going to get within 90 feet, which I think that's easily
Do I float
90
away?
feet. Yeah. And when he does, he's going to scream out, "We're here to help. We're going to get you out of there, but you've got to let go." And I will use 2 sorcery points to twin cast Vortex Warp on 2. From the best I can tell from 80 feet, what I believe are 2 humanoids that are not undead.
Very cool. Okay. 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 I like that. It's it's not how the creature works, but I love the idea of it. That's very cool. Okay. Let me see if these people do anything weird.
Oh, actually, hold on a second.
Yeah.
I just need to check range on something else.
Sure. And can you also like cast the spell? So it's in
yeah.
chat.
Yeah, no, it's okay. That's all I'm
Okay.
doing.
Okay. And what's your spell DC?
That's a real good question. 15.
15. Okay. Okay. Very cool. Shouting out, you see everything turns their heads into your voice's direction, seeing the group of you. You cast your magic. It begins to like wrap around the 2 people, and one of them gets pulled out. Where are you placing them?
I'm putting them like 50 feet behind us and telling them to run to the carriage.
Okay, cool. Just so you see a little person pops out. They're like just covered in nastiness. They bewildered in their sudden change of environment. They hear your instruction, and you don't gotta tell them twice. They're terrified out of their mind, and they begin running. It seems the other person didn't understand what you meant and passed their save against the magic. Okay, we are then gonna roll initiative and find out what happens.
Can I, before that happens, when I move up here to this house, can I use my little hover belt to just get to the top of the house?
Sure.
We gotta roll 1d20.
I'm also just giving KJ instructions to just stay up high, out of the way, and just alert me if anything surprising is, coming around a corner.
Okay.
I think I just broke it.
What did you roll? A
Has
1?
in 1d20.
That hover belt, yeah, 1 in d20 is the depletion. So it works right now, right? Gets you up to the top, and then you hear like a spark, and there's a snap, a fizzle, and then like a little like the smell of burning some like plastic, and the thing is shorted out completely. It is no longer functional in any way.
Tragic.
One, two, three, yeah, that's all correct. Okay. Roll NPCs.
Oh, I completely.
Okay.
All right, I'm where I'm supposed to be, on the bottom of the board.
Zol, did you roll already?
Yeah, got it.
See?
I was looking really intently at the wording of a spell.
Okay,
Got
yeah.
like absorbed for a second.
No problem. No problem. Okay. Hey, looks like Rainier's going first.
Yeah, well,
Whoop whoop. The Rite of the Dawn is already active. Um. Uh. Hmm.
Ew.
Ragnarok, how fast do you move?
70.
Yeah, I'll leave
And
that
I'm
closer one to
exactly
you
70
then.
away. Oh,
Uh.
okay.
uh. And actually, I think I can target this thing, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm assuming it is undead. Is that right?
It is undead.
Wahoo! All right.
safe bet.
Yeah.
So
Edgy.
edgy.
Woo. You know what? I would like to use inspiration for that.
Edgy telling.
Sure. I think some people have bardic inspo as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a 2 is not a great place to be starting. 24. Get an additional 1d6. And then I'll attack again.
Definitely hits.
I have to input the new formula every time. All right. And then I think we'll do a little brand of castigation on it.
Okay.
Might as well.
Brand is free now.
The brand is free.
The brand's back, baby.
That's right. Okay, this is the one you know where it is, and then it does some amount of damage sometimes. Okay.
Yeah. When it does damage to me or an ally within 5 feet of me, or a creature of my choice within 5 feet,
Okay.
it gets a little psychic damage.
Okay. Very cool.
Cool.
Yup.
Anything else? Any movement?
I think I'll take it up a little bit. There's actually no. There's a guy I didn't see. That's it.
Okay. Amber.
Oh boy. Move up. Oh wait, this I don't have to right click. What do these things look like as I'm walking at them?
These guys here.
Yeah, the closest ones.
Yeah, the closest ones actually look like ghouls.
Hmm. I will move up. I will use a bonus action. Grab the hammer. I will cast spiritual weapon. Throw it off. I'm throwing it, just chucking it straight at this guy.
Okay,
Oh.
heck yeah.
Hold on. What's my range here? Fuck it. I'm throwing it at that guy. I didn't think I was in range, but I am. So. Got a range of 60 feet. And why is it telling me I have disadvantage?
I have no idea. I mean, you can just roll, and we can
There we
figure
go.
out the
Oh.
rest.
Okay. That didn't really matter. As a bonus action, I think I will. Actually, I will move another 5. Oh, I'm on the wrong tool. I'll move another 5 feet up, and I will just use my action to dodge for now.
Action to dodge. Okay, very cool. Do I have a dodge thing? Dodging. Very cool. Where's this guy? Oh, up here. Okay.
Intolerant twos and news.
He's very intolerant at the moment. You are okay. It uses an action and Dash, essentially just stumbling down this little cliff, rolling, getting up, and rushing towards the first thing it sees, December Prime, but that's as close as it gets. Zaul.
Let me make sure the range. Yeah, poke out from a bush. You got him, Emba. Bardic inspiration. As my action. I'm going to cast be the most of it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Greater invisibility on Rainier.
Okay.
That's
It works.
huge.
It works good when it works. And
Sure
I'm fucking
does.
hiding.
Oh, that's a new one. I like that.
Incredible.
It's been a while, but
Okay. Creeping back behind the bush, get a little cover.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, for the moment I'm not like hiding particularly well, but it's just the idea that maybe if I crouch and hide back here.
Yeah. I mean, you can fit into small places,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
I just crouch and shuffle my way into the bush.
Shuffle your way in. Hell yeah, another Zombo just rushes forward towards Miss Ember, but it has to use its whole turn to get there. Ragnarok.
All right. Bonus action rage. There we go. Get 'em. Choosing my fingers. Come up here because maybe running to that thing by myself is a bad idea. And I'll get the one right next to him. There we
Okay.
go. Ooh, that'll work.
I mean, you still hit.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, big chunk of it gets torn out.
For a brief second, I read it as Hardcore Hannah, and I was like, "Oh,
That's a good hero name.
There it
yeah,
is.
shit." Oh well.
Don't worry, I'm not using my shield. I can re-roll that one, right? Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter.
You can. Well, actually, it might matter because they have undead fortitude. You might
that's right.
not have killed him. 16. I mean, you probably killed this thing though. Hold on. Oh wait, you hit it with a crit. It's dead. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Crits negate the undead fortitude.
And then one last go. I did not select him. Does a 16 hit this guy?
16 does hit. Yes.
Okay. I'll keep that.
Okay, 12 damage. Okay.
Hold on, quick amendment. I had to touch Rainier, so I'll actually be standing behind Rainier.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah,
I
misread
can,
the range.
Standing
But-
behind me after I turned invisible.
Yep. Look, it's only fair.
Like, oh shit, there goes my cover.
Yeah. Look, I'll run away in a second.
Anything else, Ragnarok?
No, it's my turn.
Okay, very good. Hell yeah. A ghoul that went into the house comes rushing out. I actually come right up to you, sir, and begin slicing out. Nasty little claws they have. I doubt they're gonna get you though. Nope, definitely can't breach your AC. Scraping across your shield, you're pushing them away. There's just this horrible stink coming from their mouth. These things are disgusting. Sociable Ming, though, wants a big hug from someone. That's 20 feet.
That's why they call him sociable.
That's why they call him sociable. They go. They're looking towards Ragnarok, arms held open wide, looking for a big hug. But that's their turn. Cal.
Um, Cal rushes up to use Rainier as cover, and upon Zal beating him there and Rainier disappearing, Cal will sort of step back behind Zal and
Oh.
peek out from behind his left shoulder and scream out, "No, seriously! I'm going to get you out of there! You just have to let me!" I'm going to use 2 more sorcery points and try and identify 2 more humans to pull out of this thing with Vortex Warp.
Okay. You know of the one, but to see anything else, you're gonna make a perception check, but you're
Yeah.
gonna make it with disadvantage.
Yeah, of course.
Given the context of how things are crammed in there. Okay, but you definitely see the one person. So you know this before you cast your sorcery points, so you know whether or not you want to spend them or what.
Okay, yeah, I won't use the sorcery points then.
Yeah, that's only fair. Okay, cool. You're gonna try vortex the person out, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. That guy already left. Okay, cool. And your D actually, do they? Okay, they believe you. Your vortex warp pulls them. You put them next to the same person, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. 2 people are pulled out. They are both in the process of fleeing away from the city. Incredible.
That is it for
and-
Cal.
Okay, very good.
Fussy.
Fussy. Fussy comes running down here. They don't have any. Yeah, they don't have fancy vision stuffs or anything. Excellent. Comes towards Ember. Takes a strike out. Ember is dodging. That's disadvantage on their attacks, right?
Correct.
Or does that just give you a boost to your AC?
Gives them disadvantage to attack.
Okay. Okay. It's been a long time since anybody dodged, so I don't remember. Okay, that's a miss. Super misses. Okay, incredible. Compulsive. Okay. You
Oh
all
my bag.
compulsive tumbles down.
He don't see me.
He doesn't. I mean, you don't see him.
You're right. But he don't see me.
Yeah. You are on the roof.
Yes.
Yeah. You kind of lose sight a little bit of him, but you can hear, like you hear them like falling, and then you hear something is like sounds like something's around the back end of the building. They're definitely not quiet. But it is your turn, from.
Hmm. 1, 2, it's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, we'll say. It's
I
just.
want
Sorry.
to-
Dang it. Dang it.
I am going to use slow on the big guy.
Okay, very cool. I guess it auto solved the spiritual weapon, but didn't automatically see the enemies. That's fine. Wisdom save.
Double check what mine is.
No, you're fine. He's slowed.
14.
That's a nat one. He's definitely slowed. Big boy. He has anything funky? Nope. 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 Okay. Okay, big guy slowed.
And then I'll just like look over the edge, and I'm like, Kyle, I think there's one of these things behind the house.
Great, just take care of it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else from you, Fro?
No, he's just gonna move up this way a little.
Okay. I will ask, do you want to flavor blast this thing? Because I believe it qualifies for your thing, right? It failed a saving throw.
Yeah. Oh, double check, because I think nobody's near it to really. Actually, yes, I will. Because Ragnarok's on the way.
Okay. What do you what do you want this terrible undead to smell like?
Rotisserie chicken.
Gross. Okay, cool.
See Ragnarok sniff the air.
What's that smell?
I mean, there's a couple buildings on fire. Could be chicken in there. Okay.
I do believe. Yep. That's even perfect because they have to. He gets his little dude has to turn back around.
Oh my god. Okay. It's slowed. Okay. Its speed is halved. Okay. It begins putting a huge claw against one side of the building and then is slow, just very slowly moving its way towards all of you. Okay, no reactions. And action or bonus action. Okay.
No more than one melee or ranged attack.
Yep. Okay.
Feature affected.
Okay. It will use a bonus action to complete its imprisoned soul function. And one of the souls in its body is converted to undead, and you see not
that
a
a spell?
zombie. It is not a spell. It's a creature function. It's just a bonus action that it does. Not a zombie, not a ghoul, but a white spills out.
What?
A white, which is a well, the portrait doesn't really show because it's a top down, but it's a nastier undead that is also like smarter. It's more like a person.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, that's all it can do. This boy is also the slow is wisdom at the end of its turn. Okay, let's see. Your DC is
14.
14. That's a 5. It's slowed.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy makes his run. And that's all he can do for action and dash. Makes a save. That's a nat 1. Okay, Rainier.
All right, we'll keep our target on the big fella. And now we're rolling at advantage. And 1d6. I will re-roll that d10. So
Wait.
that's a total of 20 for that first attack.
What's the total of 20? Okay, so 7 more damage.
Yep.
Okay.
And,
Awesome.
oh, sorry, that was. Hey, hold on. Roll again, because advantage.
Okay. Yeah, hits.
Okay, for 19.
Yeah, big hit.
And how close is he to me now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's not quite close enough for anything else. That will be all for my turn.
Okay, incredible.
Actually, hold on. Where did the white get spat out?
Right here.
Okay, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Uh, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, never mind. I do not have. I'm gonna scooch a little bit,
Sure.
but that will be my turn.
Okay. And through the wonders of magical invisibility, your light is not actually there.
Yay!
That's not how invisibility should work. Okay, Ember.
This is a cool next to me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do I risk the opportunity attack to get the big guy in the... Well, I don't want him running away anyway, so no, I don't. Having already chucked the hammer, which is floating in the air, which I will get to in a second, she will instead brandish her holy symbol, and I will use my turn undead.
Hell yeah. Can you populate that so I know what to do?
Absolutely can. It is a bunch of wisdom saves for everybody within 30 feet of me.
Okay. Okay.
And also, if they are CR1 or less, they are simply destroyed.
That is even cooler. Okay. If you move 5 feet like diagonal, you will you said you didn't want the big guy caught though, right?
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
I would risk
okay.
provoking from this ghoul. And I also don't want that thing running away is the issue.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, you said so CR1 or below destroyed, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to target. Whoop,
You don't got to target anything.
Okay. Everybody within 30 feet, which should, yeah.
Yeah, it's everybody but the big guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's also not the one moving around behind us.
True. I actually forgot about him. Okay. Fucking they're gone. They're gone. They are incinerated in holy fire.
Ooh, okay then.
Except for the white that was just created, apparently.
Yeah, the white is not incinerated, but they have to make the save against the turn. Let me see. Do you have any weird stuff? No, they don't have any weird okay, yeah, they don't have the can't be turned kind of abilities. And what's your DC?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry, the ghouls, the CR1 still would get a save. It's just instead of running away, they are destroyed.
They're fucking dead. I'm past it. I'm past it. I'm done.
I apologize for not being clearer about that, but
No. Look, I hit delete on the tokens. I'm not putting them back in. Okay, this white is turned. It's on their turn they do the thing.
correct. Yes.
Yeah.
It must
Okay,
spend
cool.
its turns trying to move away, and it can't move within 30 feet of me. As a bonus action, I will move the spiritual weapon over and have it plonk Ugly in the head.
Okay, awesome.
At least I will try. Still trying to give me disadvantage on everything for some reason.
That's okay because we can just look at what the dice say.
It rolled, but nothing is populated.
It rolled and nothing populated. I know, I saw that. You can either try rolling it again from it, or you can just roll a dice and add your modifier, right?
Oh.
All right, well, that's fine.
Well, he has a -2 right now.
He has a -2, but 13 is not quite there.
Okay. I was like, I don't know what that is.
Any movement? Anything else you want to do?
Excuse me. I'll move up a little bit. I don't want to get too close to Ugly, but I'll move up a little bit.
Okay, amazing. Zaul.
Bardic inspiration to firm. which means no more bardic inspiration. Everybody's got one. Everybody's got your Rice Krispie treats and juice boxes. I'm running back into a bush.
What is
I'll cast Vicious Mockery over my shoulder. Wait, hold on. I might not have the range.
Was it 60?
It's 60. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, okay. Hell yeah. Not only is it slowed, but
Jesus
it's all-
Christ, you are ugly.
you just hear this.
I crash back in a bush looking at Cal.
Oh
Son
man,
of a
this thing is
Sorry.
debuffed.
Lathander's light, you are ugly.
I was gonna say, who's Jesus Christ?
Oh, you
All
wouldn't know.
right.
That's a bugbear thing.
Are we ready for a bad idea?
It's not a bad idea. He smells delicious. Continue forth.
That is a great point.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Here we go.
His
Ooh.
I'll say your
I didn't select him anyways, but 11's gonna miss.
yeah, the 11 is gonna miss. With the slow debuff, it's 14 is what you want to hit.
Yeah. There we go. Now I selected him.
Missed by one.
All right. Reroll that. Hey, 6 more damage. Oops. 10 feet away. What? What? Anyways. Attack one more time with claws, hoping for a nat 20. Nope. I already used it. And then shift even further.
And further beyond.
Have I not selected them? I don't know why that did that. Anyways. Yeah, I know. Advantage. Alright, and I will use my shield.
Okay, hell yeah. And then you get
15 temp. Yep.
15 temp HP.
Neato.
Suck it, Zal.
Yeah. You don't know. You don't know. You're feeling tingly. You're feeling good.
That's my turn.
Okay, very cool. Cal.
Son of a bitch, Zol.
Join me in the bush.
Cal looks sort of over both of his shoulders, looks in all directions, and figures this little nook is probably his best bet. Oh. And then Zol.
Blasting. Oh.
Oh. Yeah, I'll push him 10 feet back.
Oh, okay. 10, 5. That's fine. Crashes into the building. Pieces of it fall back, like collapse down on it a little bit. And 10 won't do it, even
Right.
with the slow.
Right. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Incredible. Compulsive on this. That's gonna be. Okay. comes around the corner here, goes through the back door, rushes around here. Cal, it's not going to do anything because it's using its whole turn. But Cal, you feel like real safe. You look corner and you see two little arms just burst out from either side near your head, and they're blindly feeling around, but nothing. It can't do anything to you.
Okay.
Just thought that'd be very fun for you.
Amazing.
Okay, Firm.
I've never done this, and I really want to. I'm gonna use Jim's magic missile.
Aw.
Yeah, let's see it.
I'll do second. I've never used those spell slots. At higher level, you get an extra dart. Cool.
God, I forgot the description of Jim's missile.
Okay, you have 3 at second level. You have 4 darts. Okay, first dart hits. Second dart hits. Yeah, all third dart hits.
I have an
Last one.
inspiration.
Okay.
Why not?
Uh, 20 will then hit. Okay.
And then
Um,
it doesn't do anything. But I need to spend 4
two
gold.
is it 1 gold per dart, or is it 2 gold? 1 gold to cast it, and then it 1 gold because you upscaled it. Yeah, it looks like the material component, the royalty, is a single gold, and then it's 1 gold every time you upscale it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 2 gold.
Break that down.
Okay,
Add that
incredible.
there.
Any movements? You feel good on the roof?
The roof is a solid spot right now.
The roof's a solid spot. Okay. Okay. The white. It is sunny though.
It's also turned, isn't it? Oh no, it got hit. Never
turned.
mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Or
Oh, it is turned. Yeah. I'm sorry. It is
I don't think he
turned.
got hit.
No, he never did.
Oh,
Yeah, Ragnarok was wailing on the other one.
Yeah. He's still turned. Turned.
And slowed, I think. Right?
Not slowed.
no.
Oh no,
came
never
out
mind. That was
just,
after.
just
right.
turned.
Yeah.
Okay. Uses turn to move as far for its action. Okay. It runs towards the guy.
Punch him in
What's
the
your-
ass.
What's your speed? 30. Okay. Let's see, it squeezes around and then uses its dash as well.
Oh, he is gone.
Yeah, to get away. Yeah, definitely could move.
Would Doug get attack of opportunity on that?
Doug can take an attack of opportunity.
Sure won't.
Oh yeah, because if you hit it, it turns around. Never mind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and it lasts a minute. That's what I was looking for. I was like, how long is it doing this for? For a minute. Incredible. Okay. Edgy talent. Okay, Edgy's still slow. They push the debris of the building off them with a large hand, come towards you, Ragnarok. You see its eyes flare up, and then a blast of necrotic energy is launched forward as it uses its soul rend.
That sounds
Can
scary.
you make a Constitution saving throw?
I sure can.
It didn't even roll.
23.
Okay, you pass. You take 38 necrotic damage, halved.
Ugh.
Sketchy.
It's slow, so we can only do the one thing. It's already moved. Okay, let's see if it remains slowed. It sure does.
That's so
Oh.
good.
Okay, Rainier.
Hello.
Okay, how's he doing? How's he doing?
Real fucked up.
Okay.
Real fucked up.
Okay. Well, let's see how she do.
It's like a solid one shot.
Haha.
Oh, that's Jesus Christ. That's a lot of damage.
Golly.
It's almost like you're built to kill undead or something.
Right in its big weird head.
Yeah. Right in its big weird head.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Bonus action. Nah, it's not worth it. That'll do.
That'll do. Okay.
I
Ember
don't know
Prime.
this one, but doesn't Rainier have the right brand of castigation?
They do, but nothing is triggered like extra damage or anything.
I
Well,
Yeah.
thought since it used the
oh,
thing on Ragnarok, it would.
it's because Rainier's not close enough.
Yeah, it's because
Oh,
Rainier's
okay.
not close
Yeah.
enough.
Within
Yeah.
5 feet of Rainier.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
But you're right.
Rainier,
Yeah,
just get closer.
Yeah, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna move right here.
Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I'm about to leave. First
well,
thing I will do is bonus action attack with the spiritual weapon.
So that's unfortunate.
Hey.
That hits.
Minimum damage. All right.
The dice is just zooming across the fucking screen.
You got that? You got that? I'm gonna go help Cal, and I would like to shove this creature.
Okay, yeah. Move forward one more block.
Wouldn't that put me in it?
In the house. Yeah, you were in like the front of the house. You need one more puts you in the room with it, right?
Oh wait, is it attacking Cal through the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's trying.
Okay.
Arms.
Well,
Yeah, it's just arms sticking through the wall. That's all it's
Okay.
doing at the moment. Yeah.
Then, yeah, I don't need to go running and trying to push this thing to the ground. I will throw a. No, that's a burnable house. Cal can teleport. I will throw a ball of fire at it.
Oh my god.
Also, this village has seen worse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
these
pretty good
buildings
point.
are actively on fire, collapsing. Yeah, it's not great.
Oh, actually, I'm targeting the wrong creature. Let's try that again. Produce flame. No. Oh, okay.
Well, if you're targeting it, it's gonna have total, like it has like basically total cover. I know the arms are out, but like the creature isn't out of the wall, right? So
Okay.
you got to go in the house if you want to get it.
Cal will be fine. I will just toss the fire at Edgy if that's okay then, because
Sure.
I already got a thing for him.
Edgy just
somewhere
wants
up
to
there.
talk.
Oh, do you want him as a pet?
No, he's not cute enough.
But look at those eyes and that lack of nose.
The lack of.
That's a hit.
Knew it.
Okay.
Got it.
Your holy fire blasts into this thing. You see it begin to catch flame. There's a hissing and a swelling as its ribcage bulges. Bodies on fire begin collapsing out. Not all of them, but some of them. This thing like ruptures from the top of its torso. the ribcage shattering, everything collapsing, falling, spilling out on the ground. It lands on its back, cinders on fire. You have destroyed this terrible creature.
I guess there were no more bodies in it. Like living humans, I mean.
Only one way to find out.
Yep. All right, Ragnarok, you got him. I believe in you. I'm done. That's my turn.
Okay. You all will kill this zombie for certain.
Hijinks may ensue, but
Some hijinks may ensue. Who wants to do the honors to the zombie?
I imagine
So-
Cal. It feels something reaching for his shoulders with his back to the wall, and he sort of pats behind him and swats at the hands. And it's like, Zal, look, yes, it's a good trick. You managed to disappear over there, and now you're back here. And finally turns around and is like, oh God, and Misty steps out of the way. And
perfect Scooby Doo.
I don't know if this changes things, but I planned on going after the white because I don't want him out in the world.
Does the white come back?
The white runs for a minute straight, but Ragnarok is 100% faster.
Also, the white will return when it's done.
Exactly. That's why I want to get it now.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're gonna get so far away from us.
True.
I will
You're right.
do a couple things to see if this white does any amount of damage to you. And I sincerely doubt it because it has sunlight sensitivity.
Yeah.
Yep, you were able to kill it, deftly maneuvering out of the way of its abilities to drain your life and try to injure you.
Yeah, that was the thing I was kind of worried about if you were going to race after it.
Yeah, that thing is full dead. Incredible. While Ragnarok goes and kills the white, does anybody check to see if there's anybody to be saved within the pile that came out of this undead creature?
Absolutely.
Okay. Make it'd be like medicine checks actually.
Aha. I am trained in medicine.
I am not.
Oh my God.
I am not.
Definitely not. They're
I
dead.
still
That's a
have
lot of dead
bardic-
people. So.
Okay.
Dead as hell.
I
people-
still have my bardic inspiration. What is that?
1d6, I think.
Should be 8.
8.
America. Fuck
I'll throw that
yeah.
on there. Push that above 20.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Ooh, 27. Huge. Okay. You find that there is one person that is they're like one person is dying, right? They're like bleeding out, failing death saves. And you find that there's another person that had like just recently passed over. Should they have like should this thing have been alive, they would have been converted into another undead as well. So you have one, you can revive one, and there's one that you like if you heal them or stabilize them, you can save their life.
I will get to the one that is like on death saves first, since that way I don't have to revive 2 of them.
Okay.
And just use the healer's kit on them. I think this is a button I can use now. Aha! It's actually only 8 because I don't think they have 7 levels of being a commoner. So
No, definitely not.
An advanced
And-
commoner.
A very advanced guy.
however many hit dice it has, it'd be 8 plus its hit dice. So I'm guessing 9 hit points, which is probably
Yeah, that's way more than it even has, right? Incredible. Brought back to life from the verge of death. They look up at you. They're unsure of their surroundings. They look around. There's just bodies next to them. Just a scene of gore. They look back up at you.
Focus on my big furry friend here. Focus on Zal. Focus on Zal. I
Hey,
gotta
right
save
this
your
way,
friend.
right this way. Right
Okay,
this
they
way,
do
right this
scream.
way.
They do scream at first,
Hold
but
on, you just come with me.
they're in shock. They basically just let you pick them up and move them. They say, "Am I dead? This is a weird afterlife."
You are not dead. You've been saved by the 5th season. Congratulations.
You are being saved. Please don't resist.
They just kind of like nod their head. They're in like severe shock at the moment. They turn around. They're like,
Don't look back there. No, you're gonna look just straight forward.
okay.
That's right, just straight forward.
I think my house is on fire.
It probably is.
Yep, definitely is. Don't think about that right now.
Hey, just straightforward. I tell you what, you just look right at your feet at the road. Don't look at me. Don't look anywhere else.
Oh, I've lost a shoe. Have you seen my
You
shoe
probably
anywhere?
have. Yeah. You just keep walking. You're gonna be just fine.
I think I'm gonna need a cobbler.
You're gonna need a cobbler. That's right.
Okay, revivify for the recently deceased. The diamonds and magic coalesce. Bright light is seen, the ringing of an anvil, and this person's eyes slowly flutter open.
Hi there. Welcome back. I'm glad you joined us.
I saw a tree. A big tree.
Okay, I'm gonna pick you up. We're gonna get you out of here. Just focus on me. Don't look around too much.
Your hair's very pretty.
That's just the near-death experience talking. We're gonna go right over here.
You guys check the buildings. I'm gonna take the folk out of town a little ways and play a song.
We should get him to the wagon.
I
Okay.
guess I'm gonna go check some buildings.
I got him. I'll go that way.
Meow.
You lead the two saved commoners to join the other ones that you had saved. They all recognize each other, being from the small town here. They all like join and hug each other. Zal, they bring you in for a hug. They grab
Yeah,
Rael and hug him. They're astonished that they're alive, and they begin just thanking you over and over again, Zal.
Yeah, I am basically going to just start playing a song to distract them because the shock is about to wear off and this is going to be bad.
Yeah. And Ember, did you leave them to Zal, or were you escorting them as well?
No, I was gonna leave them to Zal if he can manage the two of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good.
I will stick with the crew going through the buildings.
Sure. You all, the two buildings that are on fire, like they're like really on fire at this point.
Oh,
Do you like brave the flames to go inside them? Do you do anything about the flames?
Which two buildings are those?
Let's just say that they're this one and this one. I will
Okay.
I'll draw a little squiggles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire! Fire!
I cannot actually do anything about the fire, but I am fire resistant, so I will just walk in.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool.
I don't really got like water like that. But can I use create food and water and just like throw it around on top of it?
Can you please populate the spell so I can adjudicate what happens here? Ember, you take 2 points of fire damage from being in a burning building. Okay, you can create water, 30 gallons of water on the ground or in
Yup.
a container. So, what do you do knowing that with your water
If
and
that's
food?
enough water, I'll just use control water and just redirect it all over the fire until it go out, and then go to the next one.
Okay. 30 gallons won't put out all of the fire, but in quick succession of create food and water for 30 gallons and then the control water spell to quickly move that water. Even though like it doesn't have a flow, so technically you can't redirect it. I just think this is very good, right? Very clever. So I'll allow you to basically shove the water up onto something, but just be aware that's not how it all normally works, right?
That's fair.
Okay, so do you want to put out the fire that Ember's in or the other building?
I will go with the one that Ember is in.
Go for the other one. I'm gonna just run
Never
through this
mind.
building real quick.
Go to the other one.
Okay.
Not
One
real quick.
fire.
I don't burn. I am burned.
I am the one who burns. Okay. Are you looking for anything particular in here? What are you doing in this fiery building?
I am just looking for. I will call out. I am looking for more survivors.
Okay. Can you roll a D100 for me? Okay. You don't find any humans in here, or humanoids. There's no people in here, but you do hear there's like a kind of a thumping noise, a scratching. It seems to be coming from there's like a small hatch, maybe a cellar door, that currently has like a beam is like fallen down on it.
I can probably move that. I'm fairly strong.
Yeah, cool. Give me a athletics check.
Try. $20.
Hell yeah. Putting your hands on the red hot embers of this log, you're going to take 1 point of fire damage with your resistance, and you lift this beam up, steadying it for a moment on your shoulder or back. You're able to get to the hatch and open it, and you see there's a little cat that's been like pawing at the hatch.
We have a pet.
I can't talk to you, but I need you to go. Get out of here. Go on.
You see, as soon as you're like, get, it begins just darting. It makes a dash, a dive, a duck. And then there are others of you see coming out of the building that's on fire, Ember went into. You see this ash covered, kind of black and white spotty cat just like shoots out, moves between the buildings, just like running off into the wilderness.
Oh man.
Yeah, if that's all, I will then. Wait, what else is down there? Like, I can't imagine.
Do you investigate further?
Yeah, I guess I'll just toss the beam and poke my head down there.
Okay, poking your head down there. It's it's partially illuminated from all the flames, looking down, it just seems to be like a small cellar underneath the house. There's shelving with what looks to be like storage. So you can see there's food goods in here. Just so it seems like a normal kind of storage place for a small home.
If anything else is hiding down here, now's the time to go. Place is burning. And then I will get out of the fire.
Okay, seeing no further movement from the cellar, you head out of the burning building, and in short order, it is consumed by flames and everything inside. You feel quite certain that there is nothing else in that building, no other living people. Anyone else searching can make investigation or perception checks for me. Checks.
I will have Kieran Jr. join me in this endeavor.
Sure.
I always fuck up these things. Like, why is it
Get
so
to blow
bad?
those bardic inspirations.
Yeah.
Light
What
them
is
up.
that, 10? What is that?
Yeah,
an
what
8? 8.
Shit.
D8, roll ones and twos.
I
roll
got
twos,
8
Ah,
plus 5.
boo.
Yeah. Ragnarok, you're killing people. You're not here. You're killing people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much time had passed.
I got
Yeah,
a 13.
because you got to chase this guy down, right? So, and they're doing this kind of all at the same time. We just focus on Ember for a moment there. God, that's a lot of fucking bardics.
A lot of rolls.
Right. Team Cal and Kieran maxed out with a 23 was the highest.
Sheesh.
Nice.
Okay. Through all your searching here of the rest of the town, you do find some additional bodies in the homes that aren't burnt down. There isn't anyone else alive here. There also is not secreted treasure in this place, though, Cal, you do find there is, some money in the house that you are in. Collectively, you all would find, let's call it like 10 gold, 15 silver, but Cal, you end up with an extra 7 gold.
Okay. Just
Now-
in case anyone was curious, Cal will definitely take that.
Expected.
There isn't with all your checks here, right? There isn't any sign, like there's not cult activity here. Nobody did a ceremony to summon this thing here or create it in this spot. This is just a very, very terrible thing that has happened to this town. There are general supplies here. There's food and furniture and people's general lively goods. You're welcome to have any of that as you see fit, as no one is here to stop any of you. Just let me know if you do help yourself.
Assuming I can find a wineskin that is filled with wine, I will take it.
100% yes.
Fantastic.
Ragnarok, can you roll a D100 for me?
33.
33. You kill the white, you're making your way back to town, and you hear something in the bushes and a dusty covered cat and you catch each other.
I don't know if that came through, but I'm doing the thing.
Yeah,
Cats.
okay. It did not. Every time I do it, it never works.
Yeah, it's impossible to get those sounds.
Go ahead and make animal handle.
Come on, something good.
I've never wanted to haggle for advantage for you, considering you were a fucking cat. Come on.
Yeah, if anyone wants to give me inspiration.
Oh, yeah,
All right,
absolutely. Take an inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Tame that cat.
Yes, 18.
Okay, sensing a feline animalistic kindred, it approaches you cautiously, What do you do?
I have rations. I'll pull out some rations to further entice it.
It is enticed. It begins nibbling a little bit.
Okay, I'll try and pet it.
Yeah, with your 18, it lets you pet it. It begins purring very softly, then begins doing that figure 8 around your legs.
I'll pick it up.
It lets you pick it up.
And I will walk with one hand holding the cat and one hand holding the white's head.
Okay, cool.
Once
Shortly
I return. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say shortly after everyone's kind of investigation here, you walk into the town.
Yeah, I will throw the head down and say, got it. And then also, I found this.
Oh, hey.
I figured we bring him back to town with us. Don't feel good leaving him out here. Probably domestic
I mean,
and can't fend for
maybe
himself.
one of the survivors recognizes him. Him, her, cat recognizes the cat. You're welcome, by the way, cat.
Rainier, can you make a nature check with advantage for me? Or history, actually.
Alarming.
Yeah, nature or history. 13 will do it. Looking over the corpse of this thing, you're thinking back of the tomes and scrolls and lectures and knowledge passed on from one hunter to another, and you piece together that this is an undead known as a devourer. They're normally incredibly dangerous. However, you all were very well skilled or prepared and handled it quite easily. These things, this thing, if let to wander, had the possibility of just spilling forth undead on its own into the countryside. But there's also chances that when it spills an undead forth, that it can make another one of itself occasionally. So you all have staved this area from a pretty bad undead, like the source of an undead plague you've essentially taken care of.
Mm.
But you also realize that if this has been left to its own for as long as you think, there's a lot of undead just walking freely in the countryside at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Just no longer continuing to propagate.
Correct. You watch as Firm kneels up and down on top of the body.
Because his character is 12.
You hear him whispering something under his breath. Dip, potato chip. Dip, potato chip.
I pretend I don't see that, and I just tell everyone what I recall, and congratulate everyone on a task well accomplished.
Very much so. The commoners that you have saved, they give thanks to each and every one of you. They're unsure of what to do. I mean, everyone that they know is probably dead or undead. They basically talk of gathering whatever they think they might be able to carry or that is useful from the town, and then they look around at each other and they're like, probably head to a town over, or maybe to Bastion. They're unsure of their future, but they're alive and thankful for it. And the cat is
yeah.
named Young Toby.
Oh.
Yes.
I want to keep it, but I have such a bad history with pets.
We also don't have anywhere to like keep it, you know?
Also, what did it
I'll
do
watch
with
over it.
Toby?
Well, does anyone want to keep the cat?
Firm gets
I
money
asked.
from guys.
It
I
doesn't
asked to the
belong to either of us.
survivors.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it belong to either of them?
You see the one that you revivified, Amber, is a younger woman. She looks at you, Ragnarok, and says, I'll take care of it."
Make sure to feed him every day. He's been through a lot, so he's probably gonna need counseling too.
She has good animal handling. Young Toby does not hiss and scratch and flee. Seems to take to her quite easily. You can all see that in this moment, of just the simple act of providing someone with this cat, this person in this moment of like a lot of horrible things have happened to them, but like there's now they seem happy in this moment, right? There's definitely solace to be had and hope for the future here. Not for the town, but for these people. They turn and ask you, "Well, what are you all gonna do?"
We kind of got other shit we gotta handle as well.
We have
More
to press
folks who
on
need help.
yeah, we have to press on into the worst of it.
Good luck to you. There's been other groups that came while all this was happening, but they didn't make it.
Yeah, we heard. Thank you. Travel safe.
They nod and smile.
How many hours have we traveled from the wagon?
Like from the blockade?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 3 or 4.
So theoretically, that other group is somewhere behind us.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
They ask you which way the road is safe, and you see them going about and like trying to collect some things, putting them in a little cart, like wheelbarrow kind of thing that they can move on their own. They head back the road, the direction you came. You all gather yourselves on your cart and begin heading further down the old road towards Finlanora. Another few hours, as you're approaching evening, you come across the bridge that'll take you over this portion of the river. Past the bridge itself, farmlands run by the folk of Bastion begin to cease. You begin to hear the sounds of nature once more as you're leaving the death zone. From here, it'll be harder for the cart. There's not really road to Finlanora. There's rough trail. Some of it's easy at first, but it begins to get a little harder. Another few hours, it's time for camp. Is there anything anybody wishes to do this evening?
Hmm.
Okay. Food, fire, drink is had. Rael wants the account of everything that went on. He only heard, some things from where he was, couldn't see very well.
Yeah, we tell him. Tell him what happened.
Yeah. The moon is fully darkened. The firelight is a welcome torch in the darkness. Looking up at the skies, the stars are shining very bright now that the moon isn't there. And even though it's harder to see at this moment, there is still a blackness, a plague in the sky. And the longer you look upon it, the darker your thoughts become. Everyone has a long rest. Rainier becomes visible once more.
It's been hours.
I thought this would never end.
It was done after a minute, okay?
Yeah.
I'm good, but I'm not that good.
What did you do to me? The next morning comes, the 17th of Flame. I would say if nobody has anything specific they want to do on this day, let's roll to see if anything does happen, and then we'll end session. Ted, if I can get a D6, sir. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ragnarok, if I can get a D12 from you.
Absolutely.
Oh, fucking dragon.
10. Okay. We will find out what happens next session as you guys make your way into the wild before Finlanora.
Oh, wait.
Okay. Hey, good job taking out that undead. Very good job. That slow really fucked it up. That slow really did a number on it.
Yeah,
Oh my.
excellent move, dude.
In my
Oh, wow.
in-person games, I have a bard that always uses it, and it just kills me every time.
Multi-attack is the one way that enemies stand any goddamn chance against PCs.
Yeah,
Yep.
that thing had multi-attack, that necrotic thing. If you die, if it brings you to 0 near it, you get sucked in to its rib cage and have to start making death saves. And if you die in it, you are full stop dead. Changed into a zombie creature. But well done.